as much wind turbine and its components across the world as we are installing here. Just to give you a number, 4,100 megawatt of installed capacity was the last year's installation in India, and similar amount we exported from India as components, with a forex earning of about 8,200 plus crores, which is a big feat in itself. So to celebrate this feat and moving towards a bigger target of 100 gigawatt of wind energy capacity by 2030, we need to solve a lot of bottlenecks, which will be part of the panel discussions that we will be having. Very nicely curated and respected panelists we have on during the panel discussions. So for today, I will request Mr. Pandechilakuru to give his opening remarks, followed by a keynote address from Dr. Saravanan, and then we can open the floor for the questions and answers. Wonderful.
Thank you, Aditya. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome from my side to all of you. And indeed, when we talk about wind or wind industry sitting in Chennai, we'll have to look at go a little past into the industry, and Tamil Nadu has been the foremost state, or probably the first state who has industrialized industry here, right? And with 3 original equipment manufacturers centered in and around Chennai, the entire ecosystem has been created. That's why, I mean, I can even call it as Chennai as the wind industry capital of India. That's the importance of Chennai as a city and wind industry. Into the city. And coming back to the specifics, this year conferences are happening with the theme of brighter and greener tomorrow. Wind being a renewable source, it motivates the generations to come to move themselves away from reliance on fossil fuels. So we would also like to convey the importance of the renewable energy to the entire energy mix, and then the message goes towards the future consumers and future policymakers. That will certainly help the industry as a whole. Then the next message which should go towards that is the supplier base in and around on the wind industry. As I said, the ecosystem has already been created. There are several component manufacturers heavily concentrated in the states of Tamil Nadu, followed by Karnataka, Maharashtra, and states like this. Of course, Gujarat is the next state which is there is a significant attraction on wind. Now, with this exhibition happening in Chennai, we will have significant presence. Almost all the OEMs are present, and the Tier 1, Tier 2 manufacturers will be present in this. And then each one of them will be displaying their technologies and their roadmaps going forward. As Aditya was saying, when it comes to the capacity, India today, depending upon it, might vary from component to component. On an average, we have got manufacturing capability of 20 gigawatts, average across various components. The going forward, I see today we are at cumulative, we have installed 52 gigawatts cumulative. And the vision of Government of India is to reach 100 gigawatts by 2030. What does it mean to us? Probably we will have to catch the remaining remaining 48 gigawatts in the next 4.5 years. That means 10 gigawatts of new demand that's going to come from India alone, and the whole industry is working towards the vision of not only completely fulfilling the Indian demand, which is going to be coming up towards us, and each one of us in this industry, we are targeting to cater to at least 10 to 15% of the global component manufacturing demand from India. So that way Chennai is better placed, and Chennai has got the capability with its existing ecosystem. And if you look at the rest of the manufacturing hubs within India, we are well poised when it as compared to the overseas wind manufacturing locations. India has got at-par technology and a very cost-effective manufacturing processes, abundant labor and highly qualified workforce, which is our strength as compared to other global manufacturing locations. With all these strengths, I see India evolving to be a manufacturing hub for hub of the world, and it's going to be a powerhouse. No doubt about it.
Request Dr. Saravanan to give his address.
Malai vanakkam. Good evening, everyone. Actually, this is a celebration, I can say this way, because it's similar like wind in Hamburg. Windergy, which is happening in India, is the 4th largest trade and as well as exhibition fair which is going to happen. And the theme which is explained by Aditya is the greener and brighter future for our generations to come. For that, we need to take a lot of actions. First action is we need to find a way how to replace the fossil fuel. For the non-fossil fuel, wind is playing a vital role. Why wind is playing a vital role? Wind is only available for 24/7 compared to other source like solar or other things. So this particular trade fair and exhibition is very important, and importantly, it's a celebration between supplier and customer and government and industries. Both are playing a vital role on this particular one. And today, as of today, we connected to the grid on wind is 53 gigawatt. Our target for 20-30 years, as mentioned by Pandu, is 100 gigawatt. That means we need to catch up in the next 5 years. Closely every year, 10 gigawatt need to be connected to the grid. Wind is having lot of history and connect with the Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, first turbine which is installed in 1985, right? So obviously we are having a long history on Tamil Nadu related to wind. And the GST is the another boost which is coming from the central government, which is normalized to 5% for wind. This is going to give it across the additional edge to all the manufacturers to the complete value chain to bring it across the business back to normal. And manufacturing capacity for the country is already touched with 20 gigawatt. Even though every year we want to install 10 gigawatt, we are having a surplus capacity, right? That is not a big problem. And as well as we are doing huge export volume from India to across the world. And repowering in this particular state is the another opportunity. This state today is connected close to 12 gigawatt. Out of that, 7 gigawatt is coming from repowering. So repowering is opportunity is the wide opportunity. Policy is almost completed, and the only thing is it need to be kicked off and work towards us on both state and central government. And offshore is the another biggest area. Offshore, huge potential is available in wind, in both in Tamil Nadu and as well as Gujarat. Offshore wind is the area that can work it across for multiple decades once we are consumed on onshore. Now the innovation and technology in onshore is developed a lot. Today we have artificial intelligence, LIDAR is available, bigger diameter of the rotor, and minimum tower height is 120 meter. For your imagination, it is the 40th floor. 40th floor, some turbine is standing, which is much bigger than 3 aircraft. 3 aircrafts are fitted across in the center line of 40th floor, then it is revolving for 30 years. 25 years the power purchase agreement, then we can further extend also. It is more than the professional carrier. I think this turbine is coming with huge technology. And MNRE and Niti Aayog play a vital role. Recently also we had a great meeting in Delhi, round table. We majorly formed 6 major problems if they are addressing. It is quite easy for us to reach more than 100. Even I remember 107 gigawatt easily can be achievable if we are creating 6 different work group and state and central is agreed to create a work group. And localizations. Make in India is supported a lot for localization. Lot of export is happening and the cost is very efficient. I want to second on what Bandu told. India, the labor cost is much cheaper. Even compared to China, it is 4 times cheaper. That is one of the major advantage which we can use it across the workforce to efficiently to manufacture a lot of new technologies, new component with the lowest price. And the state and central are interested to resolve the issues for replacing, the fossil fuel. And today, I need to thank the PDA team because they are coming with almost 35% bigger than the last year Wind Fair exhibitions area. They are coming with 20,000 square meter, 20 plus countries are coming, 350 plus exhibitors, and 15,000 visitors are expected, 700 delegates for conferences, and 70 plus speakers from the international, domestic, everything together. I think I can say this Windergy event is the celebrations. We are expecting each one of you to be part of this event.
Given the situation, what sort of investment would be required for achieving this 100 gigawatt?
Okay. Investment depends upon what is the annual energy production which is coming from the respective site. Actually, when you are looking for wind will have different classes of wind. You are aware, right? Because classes of wind will be covered based on 365 days. What is the average wind speed you are getting? Class 1 is 10 meter per second. Class 2 is 8 meter per second. Class 3 is 7.5. Investment depends upon what wind speed you have on the respective site, number 1. Number 2, what is the land cost and the development cost? Number 3, what is the grid availability to connect and develop? This will vary from state to state, and as well as we are having only 7 states having a potential for wind that can able to provide for other states. There will be an additional billing charge which we need to develop the infrastructures. So where you are consuming, which site you have, what is the class of wind, based on that only the cost will vary.
Approximate ballpark?
No, because we are coming from OEMs. I can give it across what is the equipment cost. Development cost I can't able to comment because nowadays we are not doing EPCs. We are only doing LSP, limited scope projects. Tentative cost plus or minus 6 crore per megawatt is the cost. Is the thumb rule. And it depends upon the technology, depends upon the evolutions, it will slightly go up and down.
You talked about offshoring, but I don't think it has picked up as of now.
Yeah.
I mean, any reasons we see European countries, a lot of activities happening.
The reason is two, sir. If you are looking for offshore is the journey. It cannot come in overnight. That's the first point. Why it's a journey? Because we are still having a lot of land. We have enough land. So we are looking for low cost of energy. When you are looking for low cost of energy, then subsequently your investment capex need to be low. Otherwise you can't able to supply because 2 factors are major factor, capex and opex. If you are going for offshore, capex is high because the wind is available only middle of the sea. That is, you need to go 100 kilometers away from the shore. Then you need to put it across a grid. You need to lay the cables to take out that. And as well as equipment cost, thumb rule is 60%. 40% is the ship, installation, foundation cost. So it will gear up on the journey because today government is already passed across for the new benefit towards that. If I am right, 7,200 crores is allocated for that, and they are going for piloting projects. And once onshore is fully completed or reach the saturation similar like other part of the world like Europe, even still Denmark is exploring. Even Germany still more interested in onshore rather than offshore, right? Because it will come years to go. Your question is based on the exhibition. Exhibition is more like a, I already told, it's a celebration between supplier and customer. And recently there is a change in GST happened, right? Because as I mentioned, wind cannot able to work alone. Wind need to go with the approach for the low cost of energy. Today low cost of energy is coming from wind, solar along with battery. Batteries still need to be evaluated. But if you are looking for the pattern of the country, major energy requirement is coming from especially our summer month because of our domestic utilization. Domestic utilization time only wind will be picked up, right? Solar will be available only in the morning around 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. The remaining hours wind need to party with that, right? Because that is what the government is also looking into. So 100 gigawatt if you are achieving, we have a sustainable energy and we want to reach the net zero by 2070. Because very big country. We can't able to compare with Germany. Germany is a small country. If you are looking at India, it is a big country. So we need to put it across the effort towards that. So what we are saying is, it is a journey, number one. Number two, today ratio is 1:3. That is 1 time of wind equal to 3 times of solar as of now. But we want to move towards a 2:1 ratio. That is 2 times of solar equal to wind. Then only your cost of energy will be more potential. So probably when you are coming to the conferences, you will understand from the research partner what is the theory, why we are saying that. This is exactly present to the government of India. Government of India is also very interested to work on this objective. Then automatically based on the policy and requirement, demand will goes up. Demand will goes up. Exhibition is the area where these two people can meet. Investors, customers, right? So that is what we are looking for. Export is depends upon, it is not a problem. Imagine I will give it across this answer, probably Pondu can answer better way. Today export, at least Nordex, we are doing fully export. 3 gigawatt export we are doing. Today country, installation he mentioned about 4.2 gigawatt, right? He is already doing the export much more than anybody else. Because gearbox today capacity what we have in India is 26 gigawatt, right? So export will not come down. Export is the opportunity to get it across the revenue to the government, right? That is external money will come and invest. Always China plus one strategy, India is in upper front. The reason is labor cost is much cheaper in the anywhere in the world. China, cost of the labor is 4 times expensive than India. So labor is playing a major role when you are looking for export. Probably Pandu you can add.
Yeah, look at it this way, sir. India going forward in the next 4-5 years will install roughly about 50 gigawatts. Today, India has got a manufacturing capacity of roughly about 25 gigawatts. That means next 5 years demand, we can produce it in 2 years and be done with it. To put it the other way around. With 25 gigawatts of average capacity across the industry, India can still cater to the 10 gigawatts of annual demand, plus the balance 15 gigawatts of capacity, we can sell it to the overseas markets. This is only 15 gigawatts. This 15 gigawatts, how does it translate? Keeping China aside, probably the rest of the world would be about 160 gigawatts would be annual requirement. 10% of 160 gigawatts is 16 gigawatts. So 16 gigawatts of global demand from India plus India's full demand of 10 gigawatts put together 26 gigawatts. 25-26 is the capacity already available. So that means exporting will not hurt Indian market. Indian market, the growing Indian market can only make us competitive towards the export.
Perfect. Actually, the answer is very simple, sir. Due to export, due to domestic content increasing, export will not come down. Even I'm operating additional ship, I can meet the whole requirement of India. So, yeah. That is called repowering, right? Repowering comes with multifold quotients because today turbines which is having bigger rotor diameter, bigger length, okay? When you are looking for bigger diameter, bigger megawatt turbine, you need to get an approval, right? Because previously the cluster of small turbine 50 meter height with a small rotor diameter with a kilowatt machines, that machines cannot be directly replaced. Even you are replacing, there are domestic houses around, right? Because as per the guideline, you need to keep the fall of distance. Those are the things that need to be validated. It's a journey, it's going well. Repowering policy is released, but now we need to assess how to completely remove them and put across this machine without affecting the current capacity.
What is the role of AI?
What is the role of? Artificial intelligence playing a vital role, sir. For example, no, I will give it across this example to you. Imagine, for a safety, AI is playing a vital role. You can take LIDAR. LIDAR is a laser, okay? Previously, we can't able to assess what's the wind is coming and then hitting on the blade. Today, we can able to assess 200 meter front, right? So if we are assessing 200 meter front, our artificial intelligence working across in much better way to turn the blade to pass on the wind without affecting the load, right? If you are placing the blade like this, wind will come and then hit and start to rotate. If you are turning the blade, the wind will pass. Blade will not be affected. It is a static structure. Likewise, it will work. That's the beauty of AI. Will support to save the cost which is invested by the investor.
Yeah, AI will also help us in differently with more and more maturity of AI. The number of data centers that will be up and running will be more and more. The data centers need significant amount of power. And where do you power? All of them that will add to the existing demand. And none of us, including yourself, you don't like power coming from fossil sources. You would like it to be from renewable sources. And AI is going to be the future of it, and it will not hurt anyone of it. And probably AI combined with things like our existing debt monitoring measurement tools, we can also continuously look at how the equipment will perform over the next wind season. What kind of interventions does it require? Am I running on the right level of the fuels, like lubrication, is it there? And do we need any interventions up front and things like that? It's more futuristic, and it also, the whole business of condition monitoring is also taking a new shape with the advent